like the Stargate program, right? You know, with declassified by Clinton and sensibly canceled, I guess, in '96. You know, where you had people trained in remote viewing and like there was feedback loops to confirm what they saw was real, and you know, either satellite imagery or human sources where they sketched out a room of where there's hostages, and they got a hostage out, and they're like, and this is a real story actually, and they're like, did you have a source in that room? How do you know where all the corridors were and everything? And it's like, no, actually, Pat Price remote viewed you, and he's like, what the fuck? So there's something going on there, and that's like Gary Nolan, you know, has studied a lot of this stuff. Very famously, he's pointed out the caudate putamen in the brain, right? It's like this horseshoe-shaped thing in the middle of your brain that if he's done MRIs and CAT scans, and I hope I'm not butchering his work. Gary might, you know, slap me later, but it lights up with people who have those kind of skills. They have like an overactive caudate putamen in the brain, and it's like, okay, well, is it a transceiver of some sort? I'm guessing that's the case.
Is it an emerging property of human beings as we evolve?
Exactly. And we're seeing just a few human beings that have this stuff. And then if it is a transceiver, where's the information? Is it in a higher spatial dimension? Or how are they extracting? How are they able to basically be non-locality, right? They're able to like project themselves somehow, their consciousness, to and then this is a declassified example from Stargate, a Russian missile base, sketch the crane and where the silos are, what the status is. You know, satellite comes over, takes a picture, and it's exactly the way they sketched it. How'd they do that? Like, it's certainly real because there is a feedback loop. Now, there's a lot of charlatans in the psychic space and all that, but like at least that government program, and I've talked to you know, Hal Puthoff and people who actually ran that program at SRI for the CIA, then DIA and the Army. And that seems to be Men Who's Staring at Goats, right? Mm-hmm. The George Clooney movie's the famous movie based on the Stargate program. Seems to be legit as far as we can measure from a feedback perspective.
What was the explanation for the discontinuation of that program?
Oh, gosh, I'm not a scholar on that. That something Russell Targ or Hal Puthoff or one of those guys could explain if it was just I got caught up in the bureaucracy or what. I don't remember.